Guys, this is putu putu nofe. This is bitter leaf soup. Have you imagined chicken in ofe onugbu? This is ofe onugbu, guys. But in English, we can manage to call it bitter leaf soup. We'll be making this with palm kernel juice, not palm oil. Have you done this before? It was so delicious. So let me quickly show you how I made this. This is ofe onugbu. We'll call it bitter leaf soup made with palm kernel juice and chicken. So let's get started. You are welcome. This is the bitter leaf. If you have this, you can wash it properly and use it. I won't be using this because I don't really have enough for this soup. I want this soup to be very much. Okay, so I'll be heading to the market to buy the quantity I want. You can see it in the market. This is exactly what I want. In the market, this is the open market. It is exposed to all kind of deaths. You can see flies all around. So you will need to wash this properly when you get home. Next is the cocoyam. Why buy your cocoyam? Make sure you are buying the cocoyam that will be used for thickener, okay? It is not all cocoyam you can use as your thickener. This is the palm kernel nuts. From here, we'll be extracting the juice. This is the juice we'll be using for this soup instead of palm oil. So once this is washed, I will be cooking it. Make sure you wash properly. There are always sand and dust and all sorts of debris, This is a root crop. Okay, so I'll wash it and cook. Next, my protein. I will be using chicken in ofo nubu. Remember, this is what we are preparing. I'll be using some chicken and beef for this. I will simply add my seasoning cube and salt and then start cooking. Next is my stockfish and my dried fish. For this dried fish, it's usually so sandy. So I will show you how to remove the sand. Here is the stockfish. For the stockfish, I used just the ear. This part is usually soft for me with less bones instead of using the whole head. Okay, if you're using the whole head, make sure you remove all the bones. All right, so I'll be adding hot water to this to wash properly. Whether you are using this part or you are using the whole of the head, make sure you wash it properly. For the dried fish, I usually use my brush to brush off the sands. You don't want to see any sand particle in your soup, all right? So clean it properly, then wash with hot water as well. Once you are done washing this duo, set them aside. These are now ready, so let's move to the next ingredient. The next one, guys, is the bitter leaf. Remember how this was in the market? It was in the open with flies perching everywhere. So I'll be washing this with cool water. I will wash it off with cool water before I will parboil it. We'll be parboiling this separately, okay? This will make it to be softened and then it will remove the bitterness, okay? So I will simply add water to this and then start cooking. You can use as much bitter leaf as you want. If you are the type that want so many bitter leaf in your soup, you can go ahead and add so many. I want them very scanty in my soup, so I cooked them with the pot open. If you are cooking them right now, make sure the pot is open. Just add a little water to the level of the bitter leaf and then allow it to boil. Once it's boiling, you can take it off the heat and then set aside. Change the water and set it aside. Next is the pepper we'll be using, the crayfish and the ogiri. This ogiri is very important. All right, I use atarodo. This is Scotch bonnet pepper. This is the ogiri. This is the main ingredient. In fact, in the olden days, we are told that if you don't have meat to cook your bitter leaf soup, you can just add ogiri. And when anyone tastes it, they will think you added chicken. There's a song that goes, I used ogiri to cook my bitter leaf soup because there is no more fish. I can still remember this song. This ogiri is so nutritious. It is very good for your eyes. It is very rich in antioxidants. It is very rich in vitamins, protein, and fiber. Here is the cocoyam. Once the cocoyam is soft, just know that it is ready. Then take it off the heat. We'll be peeling it. Once it is softened, it will be easy to peel. Peel it and then start pounding. For this, you can use your food processor to pound it, okay? If you don't have mortar and pestle in your kitchen, you can use food processor. Make sure you keep an eye on the protein. Once this starts boiling, you can see I didn't add any water to start cooking, all right? I just added my seasoning cube and my salt and started cooking. Once it starts boiling, then I will add just a little water and continue cooking. Here is the cocoyam. This cocoyam will serve as the thickener. Make sure you are buying the real one, the one that you can use as thickener. Is not all the cocoyams in the market that can be used as thickener, okay? If you are buying from the open market, please ask questions. Ask questions, tell the vendors it is the one you want to use as thickener, so they will give you the right one. Once you are done preparing, then set it aside. Next, you check the protein. Once it is okay, add the stockfish and the fish. That's the dry fish. Okay, this is very soft, so I won't cook for a long time. I will just let this cook with the protein and then set them aside. Next is the aku. These are the palm kernel nuts. Once they are soft, know that they are okay. Then I will pound them and then extract the juice. This step is very important. Make sure that this is well cooked. Then the pounding will be so easy for you. Once you've gotten to this stage, then you add water, mix properly, okay, so that you can extract the juice very well. This is very important. These palm kernel nuts are very, very nutritious. They are a good source of vitamin A and vitamin K. They are rich in antioxidants. They are very good for your eyes, okay? So we'll be extracting the juice. This juice will replace palm oil. If you want to know how you can prepare bitter leaf soup or onugbu soup with palm oil, I'll be linking it in the description box below. I've already made the video. For this, we are using palm kernel juice. Once the juice is ready, extract it and then we'll start cooking. Okay, cover and let this boil. Once that is boiling, we are preparing the pepper. I'll be pounding my pepper and my crayfish. If you have a food processor or a blender, you can just blend this dough and set them aside. For me, I love to pound them. This is more delicious, you know. I love to wash my crayfish because of all these debts, even when you have finished picking them. Okay, so I washed my crayfish, pounded my pepper and my crayfish, and then set them aside. Once the juice is boiling, I will add all the protein I cooked with the stockfish and the dried fish. This has boiled. This means it is ready now. So I will add my protein. Remember, I'm using some chicken and some beef. Have you used chicken in your bitter leaf soup before? I bet you will enjoy it. Try this and let me know if you love it, okay? So I will add all my protein into this and then add seasoning cubes and salt to taste. If the salt is not okay, don't worry, I will tell you when to taste for salt. That will be when we must have added crayfish, all right? When you are using crayfish to cook any meal, don't taste for salt except when you have added your crayfish, all right? So I'll be adding my ogiri. Guys, this is the main ingredient if you ask me. This is ogiri. Ogiri is so nutritious. Ogiri doesn't really have an English name, but we can call it locust beans. It is made from locust beans. It can also be made from castor seeds or some sesame seeds, all right? It is made from fermented oil seeds. Any of these fermented oil seeds, you can make your ogiri from them. This is locust beans, all right? So I'll be adding all of that now, the pepper, the crayfish, and the ogiri. All of this, we go into this part of deliciousness. Guys, can you see the poto is beginning to show? So I didn't wash my mortar and my pestle. All right, look at what I did. I added my cocoyam. This is the thickener. I will use this cocoyam to clean this my mortar. This is the way I was taught, guys. You don't wash your mortar when you are preparing onugbu soup. Onugbu soup is for odogu, so you don't have to wash your mortar. I'll be using my cocoyam to clean it up properly. Look at what I'm doing, guys. Once this is done, I will pack this cocoyam, which is serving as our thickener, and add it into the pot. Some people can use some kind of flour to make their thickener. I don't object to this. It is their choice, but I don't really like it. I prefer to use cocoyam. Okay, some can even use blended or grounded plantain flour, which is okay if you want to go with that, but cocoyam makes a very big difference, okay? I love to use cocoyam because it is readily available for me. So I'll be adding the cocoyam. Once I use my spoon to make justice to this, just to divide them into smaller chunks, I will add the bitter leaf. make sure you add the bitter leaf now. This bitter leaf is not a leaf you can wait to add at the end of your cooking so it won't lose its nutritional value. No, this is not the kind of leaf that can be overcooked, okay? So I will be adding my bitter leaf now so it will cook together. Add your bitter leaf now. Some persons will like to add their bitter leaf later because they don't really want to cook it for long. Well, that is their choice. For me, I love to add it now. Then check the consistency. It should be thick and not so very thick. The thickness is up to you anyway. The consistency is just a matter of choice. For this consistency, I don't like it. I think it's a bit watery. So I will be adding another cocoyam. I'll be adding another set of thickener to this to thicken just a little. This is just the way I love it. You can add your thickener just the way you love it. If it is okay, just like so, you can just take it off the heat. If it is not, just for me, I'm adding more thickener, okay? Look at the consistency now. I want it to be thickened a little. And then this putu nofe, this Onugbu soup, this bitter leaf soup is just ready when the cocoyam dissolves. Once it dissolves, the thickness will be noticed. Okay, you can serve this with any swallow of your choice. Be it fufu, gari, pounded yam, any swallow at all. Did I mention that some people use this bitter leaf soup, this onugbu? Some people still use it to eat rice, and it is valid. Whatever you want to enjoy it with, it is just perfect. Guys, would you be preparing this delicacy? Let me know in the comment section below. Bye. Thanks for watching.